What's good, YouTube? It's Devin Blends, and before we get into this video, I wanted to show y'all these clippers I just bought. Just got them off the barber plug. If y'all ain't tapped in with them, go tap in with them now. But let's get into these clippers. Alright, so this is basically the 3 covers that came in the box. I already opened them, but before it had like a plastic bag over it. But mine came with these. Another barber in the shop, it came with these already on them, but mine just came with the face on it. These probably my favorite, so I'm gonna just leave these on it right now. And then, all right, so this is basically everything else that came in the box with the clippers. It's like this little pod that comes with the charger. You can also charge your clippers with just the charger in case you lose the pod. But then it also came with some levers. You can change the levers out, color match with the cases that came with the clippers. And then I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't know what this stretch thing is, but I mean, you could switch it out. I'm guessing it like stretches a lever out or something. I don't know, it stretches the blade out. But yeah, this is basically that came with the box. But yeah, I just been waiting on these ever since they came out. I finally copped them. But in this video, I'm gonna be cutting hair with these clippers, and I'll let y'all know how they are once I'm done. We're gonna start it off by putting our first guideline from the corner of the ear to right here to the corner of the C-cup with our trimmers. You don't want to press too hard because then that guideline is gonna be too hard to take off. So you just tap lightly, make a soft guideline, and then run your trimmers up. You don't want to come down with it because it can irritate the skin. Run your clippers up and take off all this hair and make sure your guideline's straight. Use our shavers and run it up a little before we get to the guideline. Once you start getting to the guideline, you want to start releasing pressure, because if you put in too much pressure, it's going to make another guideline. It's going to be hard to get out. Alright, now we're going to make our first guideline with our clipper lever open. This is going to be lever open and this is lever closed. Right now we're going to make our guideline with the lever open. About, I say like ½ an inch up. Make sure your guideline's even with your first one. When you're making your guidelines, you don't want to apply too much pressure either. Just apply enough pressure, not too much and not too little. And now to take this guideline out, we're gonna go close, middle, then all the way open to take this guideline all the way out. So first we're gonna have our clipper lever open and start going up to this first guideline. Basically what you're doing is moving this guideline a little bit up. And then once we do that, you can open it halfway. Cause now the guideline is right here. The guideline went up a little bit after we did it with the lever close. So now we're gonna do it halfway and do the same thing to that guideline. Kind of just pushing it up a little bit more. Still flicking out at the same time. Well, not really flicking out, but like kind of coming off the head. That guideline just gets pushed up a little bit. Gonna open it all the way. Do the same thing. The bottom is faded. If we need to, we come back and touch up any little dark spots. I'm going with our number 1. Number 1, we're gonna have the lever open. We're gonna make our second guideline. Put our guideline right here, just like the first guideline we did. And do another guideline right here, about ½ an inch up. You just want to follow that same diagonal shape. Now we're gonna use our half guard to take out that second guideline. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the first guideline. We're gonna start with it closed, then go halfway, and then go open. So first we're gonna have it closed, start fading out that first guideline. Just moving that guideline up a little bit, that's all we're doing. Not putting too much pressure, but just moving it up. Alright, now that we moved the guideline up a little bit, We're gonna open it halfway. Do the same thing again. Alright, now we're gonna have it fully open. Do the same thing once again. Alright, now we're gonna go in with our 1.5 guard. And with our lever closed. Coming off the head a little bit. Not trying to make another guideline. Just trying to fade from this short hair into the long hair on top. Go in with it halfway. Do the same thing again. Finally, we're gonna open it all the way. Do the same thing once again. Guard we're gonna use is number 2 guard. We'll basically be doing the same thing we did with the 1.5. Just trying to fade into the long hair on top. Alright, now we're gonna come back in with our number 1 guard and just detail. I'm going with my lever open just to get out this dark spot right here. If you want, you could go in with the 1.5 just to be careful that you're not cutting too much hair. But me, I just know that this number 1 is gonna get this line out right here, all these dark spots. So I'm just going with the corner of my blade with the lever open and just start fading that out. Back, I'm gonna do the same thing, setting our guideline. But in the back is getting a design. So we're just gonna go through our steps, setting our guides, and then we'll put our design in. Now with the lever open, set your second guideline. Our number 1 guard. Put another guideline with the lever open. Number 2, the lever open. Alright, now that we have our guidelines in there, I'm gonna put the design in now. This is just the way I like to do it. There's different ways you could do it. You could fade it first and then do the design, or you just run it with the 2 guard first and then the design. But I like putting my guidelines in first, so I know what I have to fade and what I don't have to fade. You just want to use your corners. Use your corners most of the time to get the right shapes you want to get and the right angles. And really just use your imagination. So now it's gonna be the rough draft of what our design is gonna look like. Once I'm done, I'm gonna fade this all right now. I'm gonna fade out all the guidelines. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna come back. Once I'm done with the edge up, I'm gonna come back and hit the design with the razor. I can make lines thicker or keep them how they are and just sharpen them up a little bit. But then once I'm done with the razor, the design's gonna look way better. So now it's gonna be the same thing. Take out those guidelines just like we did on the sides. So we're gonna start with our lever closed. We're gonna start taking out this guideline. Now we're going with it halfway. Then once we're done with that, we're gonna go in with it open. Alright, now we're going with our half guard. We're gonna do the same thing. Close, half, then open. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with a 1.5. I'm gonna start with it closed and open it. I'm gonna just take off a lot of this bulk right here, all the dark spots, lighten it up a little bit. Going with our shears and our comb to blend some of this at the top into the bottom here. Use your index finger and pull the hair down, and then use your other fingers to control the clipper. Or you could use your other hand, pull the ear down, and then just go in with your clipper or your trimmer. You basically just want to use it like a pencil. When I twist my trimmer this way, my hand tends to shake a little bit. So what I do is I use both hands. Use my left hand to grab the bottom of the trimmer just to help stabilize it so my hand's not shaking. And I just line them up. Again, you always want to stretch behind the blade. So since I'm using the blade coming this way, I'm gonna stretch the skin this way, pulling the blade this way. Alright, YouTube, this is gonna be the end of this video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and this is Devin Blends, and I'm out.